Hello Gemini, welcome, welcome! Welcome to November 2017. Let's see what the angels have to say for Gemini and all those who love Gemini. We have Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Gabriel says, "You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you." I actually get this one a lot, but this makes perfect sense for Gemini because Geminis are all about communication. They are like the masters of communication. They got the gift of gab. That is their purpose. They are mercurial. They're ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is of the mind. Mercury is this quicksilver energy. Let me see if I can focus. Focus, focus. That's what I have to tell my dog. See, I do not have the gift of gab like you do. You guys are very quick-witted and know the right words and very quick on your feet, very quick in your mind. And so you are able to come up with all the words and all the ways to express yourself. I get this because of the arts. So you might be dealing with media, journalism, broadcasting, singer-songwriting, comedian, but anything that speaks the truth and anything that is quick-witted and about communication. So let's see what Archangel Gabriel goes on to say. She says, I am with you as one of your guardian angels. You may wonder why an archangel is with you. I help many people simultaneously, and you are among them. I help those whose life purpose is in the arts or communication. I will help you polish and trust in your natural talents. Then I will open doors for you to express those talents in a way that will help others. What I need from you in return is honesty and cooperation. Tell me about your fears, your hopes, your confusion, your insecurities, and your dreams. Ask me to help you, and then please walk through the doors of opportunity that I open for you. I am on your side completely. My function is to be your coach, and as such, I may prod you along. Please know that I am only pushing you because I know that you need a little boost from above. So if you are pursuing an acting career, if you are, involved in media in any way. Oh, my alarm. Can't believe it's this late in the game. I gotta hurry up and go to work. But if you are having any doubts, insecurities, or fears in regards to your life purpose, which is and has to do with communication and the arts, then release it to this angel and know that she's with you to guide you along this path. In your soul message, we have, along with Archangel Gabriel, and I want to say there's Gabriel and Gabriel. And Gabriel, if we see judgment in this reading, that's going to blow me away. But Archangel Gabriel, not Gabriel, is the angel of the rapture. So when Archangel Gabriel comes down to earth, he blows his horn and he sends out a calling to others saying, do you want to come with me to heaven, or do you want to stay on this shitty planet and face all the pain and suffering of the world? So Archangel Gabriel in this instance is kind of the same. It's like through communication, through sounding that horn, sounding that alarm, giving you the call, your communication, your truth, your ability to, your gift of gab, your ability to use words in the best way possible is what is going to help elevate not only yourself, but elevate others. So that's awesome. Here we have femininity, so it's paired with the King of Staves, and the King of Staves reversed, you might be dealing with an Aries, a Taurus, or Aries, Taurus. What am I saying? Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And if not that, this could represent your energy, which is to say that there might be some inaction on your part. So definitely if you're having some doubts in regards to your life purpose in regards to communication and the arts, then this is saying it's not a time to act. We'll see what the other cards have to say, but Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, very fiery energies when it's reversed. Again, it can speak of inaction because we have that fiery, active energy. But it could also be, forgive me. It could also be the downsides of being active. And so we have like impulse and compulsion and acting out of temper and acting from our loins, right? So let's see what the other cards have to say. It might be that second meaning that I meant instead of inaction, but let's see. Spirit, please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Please give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all. For Gemini and all those who love Gemini. Whoa! Spirit, what are the messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? Spirit, what are the messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? Thank you. Spirit, what are the messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? You flying. You flying. Thank you for your patience. I have one more shuffle for Gemini and all those who love Gemini. What are the spirit messages? What are the soul messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? Ace of... My gift of gab is off. And the Knight of Wands. So you may definitely be dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius because we have two fire elements right here. If you are of the masculine energy, you might be dealing with a feminine Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and there might be I'm seeing if you're of the masculine, if you identify as the masculine energy, you may be facing a very forward Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and it might be a little off-putting, right? This person might be kind of emasculating. Here we have the Nine of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Cups reversed. The Nine of Cups upright is like the fat and happy card, wish fulfillment card. When it's reversed, it's overindulgence. It's eating too much, drinking too much, smoking too much, doing too much, right? Excess. And then we move into the Ace of Swords reversed, and the Ace of Swords reversed can be a lie. It can be not finding the truth. In this particular deck, we see the Ace of Swords over a maze, so it's finding the end of the maze. But when it's reversed, you are not reaching your truth. You're not reaching the end of this labyrinth. So there might also be masculine or feminine. There might also be impulses that are keeping you from reaching your truth. There might be compulsions that are keeping you from reaching your truth. There might be, this instinct to eat everything, to fuck everything, to, excuse my language, to do too many things in excess, but it's not, like, you need to slow your roll, because once you practice moderation and, when we do things in excess, it's like we are covering up the truth, right? We are drinking away our problems. We are drinking away things we want to deal with. So by, you might want to go on a fast. You might want to go on, I don't recommend a crash diet, but you might want to kind of spruce up your nutrition to clear away anything that keeps you from, anything that covers the truth, anything that is a mask over your truth. If you are a masculine energy dealing with a feminine energy, I also see a tendency on your part to overdo it to the feminine, meaning you are coming on too strong instead of they are coming on too strong. And so you know, you'll never reach the end of this labyrinth. It can also mean victory too. You might also be, this might also speak of a creative project, because we do have communication in the arts, and fire energy can be like creativity. So you may be doing things in excess, eating too much, and again, that's covering your truth, right? That's not leading you to the truth, and so it's not leading you to your creative endeavors, because you're distracting yourself with overindulgence. You might also be dealing with a project that explores femininity, that, you know, the major arcana card for Gemini is the Lovers. And I totally see it, because it talks about duality. You guys are ruled by the twins, right? So it's like complementary elements, you know. Two people coming together, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And what the divine masculine doesn't have, the divine feminine has, and what the divine feminine doesn't have, the divine masculine has. And it's not a you complete me situation. It's a merging of energies. It's an alchemic relationship, right? It's, sorry about that, Gemini. So, where was I? So, perhaps in this coming on too strong, in this divine feminine and divine masculine journey that you're on, perhaps whoever you identify with, if you identify as the divine masculine or the divine feminine, perhaps you are overindulging and overshadowing your counterpart and not creating space to create this alchemic reaction, to create this chemistry that takes two different elements, and as they combine, the result is, you know, this separate element that is bigger than each individual element. So let's move on to your money, health, and career. In your money, health, and career, we have Field of Dreams. Ooh, I like it. And I get that this is a big career reading, because we have communication in the arts. So this is going to apply to Geminis who are asking about career mainly, but maybe we'll get some good love messages too. So let's see. Field of Dreams says, your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. Ooh, I like it. It goes on to say, this is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. And we also have vision here, so that's interesting. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which it has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a greater harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life, and experience the extraordinary. Ooh, I like it, I like it, I like it. So let's see. We have flexibility paired with the Knight of Swords, so this is probably you. Knight of Swords is a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, so you could also be dealing with a Libra or an Aquarius. But the Knight of Swords is a character who has a calling in his heart, and so he charges forward. And sometimes he can be a little too abrupt and blunt and harsh with others because they just do not understand. They need to be like gently coaxed into the idea, but sometimes the Knight of Swords, like the calling is so big in his heart that he just like busts through the door, charges forward, and really shocks people, right? So perhaps you need, I mean, Gemini is really flexible, so I can see how this like being paired with flexibility, the Knight of Swords, is a good thing because sometimes, you know, Geminis can be a little bossy, won't lie. I mean, they can be really great leaders, and I love that about them, but they can also, you know, be too harsh. I'm a Libra, I'm an air sign, I get it. I, you know, don't even realize that I'm too harsh for people, but, you know, like the water signs are more sensitive, the earth signs are more slow moving. Fire signs get us because fire signs are impulsive, you know, these wand energies, but sometimes the earth and the water elements, like, we can be too much for them, even though, you know, it doesn't seem that way to us. Like, we want to get straight to the point. Spirit, could you provide us clarification for flexibility and the Knight of Swords for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? Thank you. Please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Please give us clarification on Field of Dreams and Archangel Gabriel. Oh, my brain is ready today. Sorry. We already did Archangel Gabriel. I was just thinking, I gotta say, I was just thinking how these colors go together, like, beautifully. So this is definitely tied together, but Field of Dreams has like little eggs with fairies and butterflies in the background, and there's a day moon. Day moons mean good luck. But the colors go together. It's this purpley blue energy, so it's definitely a spiritual path, and you know, they kind of go hand in hand with communication in the arts and Field of Dreams. So, you know, your dreams in the arts, your dreams in writing and, you know, acting, all have to do with the same theme. So, Spirit, one more card for oh, no, that's not one more card. For flexibility and the Knight of Swords. For Gemini and all those who love Gemini. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please give us clarification on flexibility and the Knight of Swords. I think I always get tongue-tied on Gemini readings because you guys are so good with the words. I don't know, maybe I psych myself out or something. Okay, one more shuffle. Hanged Man, reverse. So you might be feeling a little impatient and there might be some false starts. We start with the Knave of Pentacles, and the Knave of Pentacles is a really innocent energy, upright. It's about this opportunity for anything material, right? So it's like a new job opportunity, a new home, but it is not really set in stone. So when it's reversed, it can kind of be like a really, excuse me, a really slow process, a process that, because it's a little immature energy, it wasn't thought out very, it wasn't thought out very carefully. This could also be that haste, right? That, well, first of all, the Knight of Swords charging in, but it can also be the fire, that impulse. So it wasn't really planned out, and as a result, it didn't reap the material harvest that it once promised, right? So it's like, I'm getting kids selling candy bars for their school, like a kid selling candy, going door to door, selling candy bars. He works really hard. He wants to get that prize, and he has a goal, but he just didn't realize how hard it was going to be, how much work it was going to be put in. Maybe you might be dealing with a child who is a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. You might also have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your life. But you might be dealing with a kid who's selling candy bars. I know that's random, but whatever. So, this could speak of self-employment. So maybe something you wanted to get off the ground that you made, because I see this gold infinity thing he's holding behind his back. So he's like knocking on doors trying to sell this thing he crafted, but perhaps in the haste, in the charging forward, in the lack of patience, he missed some steps. He didn't make the best product, or he, didn't bring the change to give the person their money back, right? So there's just a lack of preparedness. And then we move on to the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is usually a competition card, but it's very solitary in this deck, so you might be competing with yourself and your personal bests. It shows a man who is standing in front of a doorway that is bricked up, and he has a rubber mallet, and he wants to break through this doorway. He doesn't know what's on the other side, but it's going to take a lot of hard work and effort, because he wants to open up this door he wants to open up this opportunity, right, that might seemingly be a challenge. And there's a lot of growth potential here. So even though it's hard work, it's like you grow as a result. When it's reversed, this is kind of saying to me that you're not willing to put in the effort. Again, there was something that was skipped over. You're not willing to put in the effort to get to that other side. So it's like, perhaps this, I'm hearing like, you already think you're at your personal best, but you're not. So maybe an overconfidence is preventing you from your success. And I feel this is career, right? And there does need to be more flexibility. I mean, Geminis are good with that because they're mutable signs. So there just needs to be this recognition. And they can be overconfident, right? I know a lot of overconfident Geminis, which is good. Confidence is good. But just remember, when trying to meet your personal best, you have to have some humility. Next, we have the Hanged Man reversed, and the Hanged Man is a card of waiting. It's a card of sacrifice. It's a card of seeing things from a different perspective. When it's reversed, it's like you're unwilling to make those sacrifices. You're unwilling to wait. It's an impatience. You're unwilling to see things from a different perspective so that you can, make the necessary adjustments. In this particular deck, we see, usually it's just a man hanging from a tree, but in this particular deck, we see like a Houdini act, a magician act, and he is suspended, hanging upside down in a tank of water, and he knows that he's going to free himself, but he is letting the audience wait in anticipation for the grand finale trick, right? To be awed, to be amazed. So when it's reversed, it's like you are having this impatience, but if you tease a little bit more, don't just think that you need to rush into something to gain recognition, to gain the approval, or to, meet the end goal. Sometimes having people wait pays off because the suspense has that build up, and they're just like, you know, ready for the magic trick. I also see that you might feel as though you're drowning now because, you know, like the lack of preparedness that we have with these two cards. The lack of preparedness is like a magician who's hanging in water and he forgot his key because he was too much in a hurry. So he's like stuck in this tank, right? So the advice for career, I would say, is to humble yourself in order to assess your personal best and to have a little bit more patience, take it a little bit more slow to gain that recognition, to gain that like from the audience. And definitely if you're in communication and arts, there might need to be a slowing down, so to make sure that your creation, your book, your stand-up routine, your play, your this or that, to make sure that your creation is the best possible. So let's get on to your love messages. In love, we have vision, okay, and it's paired with the Nine of Cups reversed. You had Nine of Cups here. Let's see. Nine of Cups reversed is not the best. Again, I told you it might be overindulgence. Also means not getting your wishes granted. So that is disappointing, but let's see what the other cards have to say. The Whispers of Love Oracle shows a tree and a couple at the top and a dove over a rainbow, and all of this is surrounding the world, but it's basically all the things of the world are surrounding the world. And it says, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. So let's see what the Whispers of Love Oracle has to say about that. It says, we are conditioned to dwell on problems. The true reality is love. Make the choice now to take a deep breath and focus on what is true. Negativity will disappear once you affirm everything is okay. I choose love. I've been getting this card quite a bit too. And, you know, sometimes we're just super petty about our problems. And, oh, Gemini, I'm so sorry. We're super petty about our problems. And sometimes we just need to slow down. Again, there's this haste, there's this impatience. Sometimes we need to slow down and just remember that love is bigger than all of our stupid arguments and our stupid problems. So let's see. Spirit, 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 please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Please give us life-giving guidance for Gemini and all those who love Gemini in their love and personal life. In their love and personal life, could you clarify vision and the Nine of Cups reversed for me, please? In Gemini's love and personal life, could you clarify vision and the Nine of Cups? Spirit, what are the love messages for the highest good of all for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? For vision and the Nine of Cups reversed. One more. Thank you, 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 Spirit. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. Oh, and the Ten of Chalices reversed. Oh, Gemini. This makes me sad. But it's not hopeless. Whenever I see the Star reversed, these two cards speak about wishes. Nine of Cups is wishes unfulfilled. Again, it's overindulgence too. So perhaps overeating, overdrinking has, you know, kind of clouded this wish. And the Star is, the Star talks about wishes too. When I see the Star, I always, reversed or upright, I see it as your wish is coming true, your wish is meant to be. I see the Star as something that's destined, something that's fated, something that's in the stars, right? But sometimes when we're wishing upon a star, when we're making our wishes, when we want something so bad, Spirit's time and divine timing is not on the same time as us, right? So we might get impatient thinking like, my wish is never going to come true. My wish is never going to get granted. But the thing about the star reversed, you may be experiencing hopelessness, a lack of faith, and giving up on your wishes. But those wishes, again, are in the sky. They are meant to be. They are destined. They are going to happen. It's just a result of everything lining up. It's a result of divine timing. It's a result of things orbiting around, you know, in, like as soon as the right orbits hit each other, as soon as everything lines up, then your wish will be granted. And you know, you might be losing faith, but just remember that there is a time that this is going to happen. We have the Eight of Wands next to it and the Eight of Wands reversed. The Eight of Wands upright is fast messages, lots of like text back and forth and like flirty messages, but reversed, it's like delayed messages, communication not coming fast enough, slow communication, if any communication. The keys to me make me think of like opportunities. So perhaps the opportunities right now seem flat. If you're single, maybe your dating life is just like, there is no one out there. No one is responding to me. I am not getting, you know, these opportunities to meet other people. But, you know, what I'm feeling is for singles, if you are not getting the opportunities that you need, maybe it's not the time for love, you know, because your wish in love is going to be granted. It's just not the time, right? So there aren't opportunities now because the conditions aren't right, and you might have to work on other things like, you know, this dream or something. If you are coupled, you know, it might be that you're wanting marriage, because the Ten of Cups is the happily ever after card, and reversed, you know, it's like a delay in that happily ever after. Or even if you're coupled, it's a like you got your happily ever after, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. Like, life isn't a fairy tale. So, you know, you're starting to see the, like, discrepancies in your partner, and just remember that, like, your wish was granted, that you're with the partner you wished for, and while it might seem that things are stale now, it's going to orbit back around, and, you know, relationships go through phases. They go in and out of good times and bad times. So this is about divine timing, and it's just not the time to have, you know, that wish fulfillment that you once had. If you are single, again, it's not the time to have your happily ever after, because it's the time for other things. But because this is paired with vision, I think you do need to keep that vision, even though you might be losing faith, even though you might be losing hope. Keep that vision of this happily ever after in your head, because while right now might not be the time, it's going to orbit back around where that vision is going to pay off, right? So in this waiting period, in this suspension period, in this time of inaction and lack of opportunities, the real opportunity is to plant the seeds in your head, plant the seeds, and radiate this vibration where you are put on a level to have all your wishes granted whenever the time is right, right? Just like set up, put all your ducks in a row so that spirit knows exactly what you want in a partner, exactly what you want from your partner. So let's see if I get any messages. You might be really wishing for a job opportunity, and I feel like this job opportunity might come from socializing. So make sure you, when you're out and about, make sure you network with as many people as possible, because you'll get more opportunities that way. And you know, Geminis are very charming. Again, gift of gab. So just make sure that you're putting out into the universe, into everyone you talk to, your wishes, and you know, like it is planting seeds. So eventually one of those seeds is going to grow. Some of those seeds might grow. So networking and socializing is very important right now in regards to getting the job you want, getting the opportunities you want, getting any collaborations you might want. You might be dealing with an Aquarius. This Aquarius might help you in this collaboration, in this networking, in this job offer. As you try to meet your personal best, you will be inundated with truths about yourself. Like if you put in the work, then your inner truth, so many inner truths are going to come out. Like you're going to open a lot of doors within yourself. And this is your personal growth, right? This is the competition you have within yourself to be better. Even though you might get past this wall, even though you might reach the other side, there's still going to be other challenges, other mazes, other you know, problems you have to sort through. So just keep in mind that life is a continual maze. Life is a continual I don't want to say struggle, but it's a continual challenge to break through doors, and after going through this door, you have to go through another door, right? And it helps us with our personal best. All these challenges help us elevate spiritually. You might also ask for help when trying to meet this personal best, when trying to break through this wall. Ask help from your friends, and they might tell you truths about yourself that you're like, well, screw you. But they are actually going to help get you to the other side of this maze. Okay, last little bitty. You might be involved again with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but for some reason I also saw Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I don't know why that came through, but I mean, we have a pentacle here, but this definitely says Knight of Wands, but for some reason I'm feeling Earth sign energy more. And again, you might be suspended wanting this happy ending, but the Earth sign is moving slow, and Earth signs are, you know, the slowest moving energy in the deck, so you might be wanting this happy ending and thinking, like, when is it going to happen? But the Earth signs, even though they move slow, they always reach their end game. It might even feel like they're moving in the opposite direction of you, but they're not. I think they are trying to find themselves. I see maybe some of you might be getting eloped, and you might like surprise everyone. Well, that's all I'm getting. Thank you so much, Gemini. I hope this reading was helpful. Let me know in the comments below. And remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you very, very much, and I will see you next month. Bye!